In the labyrinth of life, we encounter a variety of personalities. Some uplift us, others, well, it's best to keep our distance. Today, we're diving into Stoic wisdom to uncover 7 types of people we should avoid. These aren't just unpleasant figures. They're archetypes that, according to Stoicism, can drain our energy, divert our path, and disturb our inner peace. It's not about judgment, but self-preservation. Let's identify these traits, understand why they're harmful, and how to maintain a healthy distance. Ready to navigate these turbulent waters and learn to protect your serenity? Let's get started. The chronic pessimist. First up is the chronic pessimist. You know the type, always expecting the worst and rarely seeing the positive side of things. According to Stoicism, this attitude not only robs the joy of living but can also be contagious. Being around a chronic pessimist can drain your energy and lessen your ability to face challenges. But how do you spot one? They often focus on the negative aspects of every situation, discourage new ideas, and constantly fear failure. The key to dealing with a chronic pessimist is to maintain your emotional balance. Don't get wrapped up in their dark cloud. Recognize when this attitude is influencing your thoughts and actions, and remember that, despite challenges, there's always potential for the positive. The selfish manipulator. The second type of person Stoicism warns us about is the selfish manipulator. This is someone who acts primarily out of self-interest, often at the expense of others. They can be charming and persuasive, but their actions are driven by a desire for personal gain, without genuine consideration for others' well-being. Identifying a selfish manipulator can be tricky as they are masters at hiding their true intentions. Watch out for signs like exaggerated promises, a lack of reciprocity in relationships, and attempts to take advantage of situations for their own benefit. The best defense against this type of person is to establish firm boundaries. Don't be swayed by sweet words or seemingly generous favors that have ulterior motives. Stay vigilant and protect your integrity and resources. The perpetual skeptic. Next, we encounter the perpetual skeptic. This is someone who doubts everything and everyone, often without a reasonable basis. While a certain degree of skepticism is healthy, the perpetual skeptic takes it to an extreme, often hindering progress and mutual trust. This type of person tends to constantly question the intentions, actions, and truthfulness of others, creating an atmosphere of distrust and negativity. Working or living with a perpetual skeptic can be exhausting, as their constant doubts can undermine morale and efficiency. To deal with the perpetual skeptic, it's important to maintain clarity and firmness in your convictions. Present facts and logic when necessary, but also recognize that in some cases, you might not be able to change their perspective. In these moments, it's crucial to protect your energy and focus on more constructive people and environments. The victim. The fourth type of person Stoicism warns us to avoid is the victim. This person tends to see themselves as a constant victim of circumstances, others' actions, or bad luck. While everyone faces challenges, the victim clings to these adversities, often refusing to acknowledge their own role or the ability to change their situation. The victim can drain the energy of those around them with their constant negativity and refusal to take responsibility for their actions. Their continual complaints and inability to move forward can be contagious, creating a cycle of pessimism. When dealing with a victim, it's important to offer compassion but also to maintain healthy boundaries. Encourage them to view situations from a more balanced perspective and to recognize where they have the power to make changes. However, be prepared to distance yourself if the victim mentality persists, in order to protect your own mental and emotional health. The hypocritical moralist. The fifth type is the hypocritical moralist. This person often preaches high virtues and values but fails to practice them in their own life. They might be quick to judge others but reluctant to look at their own shortcomings and hypocrisies. The hypocritical moralist can be particularly harmful because they use the guise of virtue to gain trust and influence, while their actions contradict their words. This behavior is not only deceitful but can also cause confusion and disillusionment in those seeking moral guidance or leadership. To deal with a hypocritical moralist, it's crucial to develop a critical sense and observe whether a person's actions align with their words. Value people who practice what they preach and who demonstrate consistency between their stated values and behaviors. Maintain a healthy skepticism of individuals who seem overly zealous in their moral judgments, especially when those judgments are not matched by equivalent personal conduct. Open the doors to balance and prosperity with the path of the prosperous Stoic. Let the teachings of Stoicism guide you to the success and serenity you've always sought. The callous narcissist. The sixth type of person Stoicism warns us to avoid is the callous narcissist. This person displays excessive self-love, accompanied by a lack of empathy for others. The callous narcissist is often preoccupied with their own image and achievements, neglecting the needs and feelings of others. Identifying a callous narcissist can be challenging, as they can be charming and charismatic at first. However, over time, it becomes apparent that their focus is on themselves, with little to no genuine interest in others. They can be manipulative, taking advantage of others to achieve their own goals. When dealing with a callous narcissist, it's important to establish and maintain firm boundaries. Do not be swayed by their superficial charm or promises. Recognize their behavior for what it is and protect yourself from being exploited emotionally or otherwise. It is vital to take care of your emotional well-being and avoid getting overly involved in one-sided relationships, where your needs and feelings are consistently ignored. The discouraging cynic. Finally, we encounter the discouraging cynic. This type of person views the world through a negative, discouraging lens, often demotivating others from pursuing their goals and dreams. They tend to downplay others' aspirations and efforts, often under the guise of being realistic or pragmatic, but in reality, they stifle positivity and hope. The discouraging cynic can be especially harmful when you're trying to grow or take on new challenges. They can sow doubts and insecurities, making it harder to believe in yourself and your abilities. To counteract the discouraging cynic, it's crucial to maintain confidence in your own abilities and visions. Seek advice and feedback from people who support your ambitions and offer constructive criticism instead of cynical disdain. Remember that their negative view is a reflection of their own limited perspective, not an accurate assessment of your possibilities and potential. These are the 7 personalities that Stoicism warns us to keep a distance from. Recognizing and understanding these types can help us better navigate our social interactions and protect our peace of mind. Remember, it's not about judging others, but about recognizing harmful behaviors that can affect your own journey of growth and personal development. Stay true to your values and seek out company that reflects and reinforces your best qualities.